It was just a normal Friday, came to school, got here early. The weather, you could kind of tell it was going to get a little bad here. It was my 12th day of teaching here.
At the beginning of the day, it was all just like any other day.
There was roughly about 30 kids in the classroom that morning. Nothing really stood out too much, it was just a normal classroom. Kids did some group projects. They got up, talked to their peers, worked together, and then with about 5 minutes left, they had a little reflection to do and then hand it in, and then they were done for the day. And that's when he proceeded to grab his book bag, grab my bar stool, go in front of the class by the door, and then that's when it all happened.
Then I heard a click, and when I looked up, he was loading the gun.
At first, it was more shock. I didn't know if it was a real gun or if it was an airsoft gun.
When he first pulled the gun out, it seemed like he had rehearsed what he was going to say, which kind of made it more unreal.
Once I saw the bullet, then I realized this is the real deal, and he just told everybody to sit down, be quiet. He's the teacher now, this is his classroom.
I wasn't sure what to think. I just was scared.
I told him, hey, we're here to listen, you have our attention.
Mr. Schonauer talked to the student.
And I said, well, we all like you in here, we're all your friends.
Put the gun down, please, we're all here to help you.
Try to reason with him a little bit and just kind of maybe calm him down a little bit more.
That day we had a football game after school. As a tradition, we all had to wear our jerseys. I started thinking about school shootings and how they always targeted the athletes. That got me really scared.
There was some screaming in the hallway, and so I happened to be in my office at the time and came out to observe. We had kids kind of running all over the place, and someone shouted, we had a gun in the building.
Third grade teacher came into the gym and told us that he had heard that there was a shooting at Normal Community High School. My son was in the classroom with Mr. Schonauer that day.
There was a young lady crying by the door. She was pretty upset, and he turns to her and says, why are you crying? He says, I'm not going to hurt you, everybody stand up and give her a hug.
The first kid to get there, he grabbed the door and opened it and ran out.
We had already sent out the code red, so the school was on lockdown. And I knew if the police showed up and if he either saw them or they saw him, something very, very bad was going to happen.
Once he saw everybody running, the gunman got really mad. He pointed the gun at the crowd. Everyone started running, they were screaming. And I just stood there, like paralyzed in fear. He started firing up into the ceiling about 3 or 4 times. It was way louder than in the movies.
He shut the door and he said, everybody against the wall. I'm thinking, this is it.
I think my first thought was just, please let it be quick and don't make it hurt too bad.
I knew I had to do something before the authorities showed up. He then set the gun down on the desk, separated himself from it, and took a few steps towards the chalkboard.
Then I saw Mr. Schonauer jump over, and they just fought for the gun.
I had my opportunity and I just took it.
They rolled around on the ground.
Once I grabbed the gun, everything happened so quickly, and I knew that was my opportunity to get the remaining 12 or 15 kids out of there. They were my responsibility.
Mr. Schonauer, showed this student that he really cared about him right down to the minute he was disarmed and the student was on the floor.
The boy had a willingness to listen to him because he knew that Derek was someone that did care about him.
And I'm thankful that Mr. Schonauer was there with my son on that day.
Mr. Schonauer is definitely a hero.
He's a strong leader.
He was very student-centered and very interested in kids and helping kids.
It felt like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulder.
Breaking news this morning, a 14-year-old student is in custody after a shooting at Normal Community High School.
Students and parents say they're thankful the teacher knew what to do in case of an emergency like this.
After this event happened, it's changed my kind of perspective on teaching a little bit. It's more of an effort to reach those kids who are struggling, who have been dealt a bad hand. I want students to achieve everything that they're capable of achieving. My name is Derek Schonauer, and I am currently a teacher here at Normal Community High School.
As a teacher, I know that there's way more to what we do than just showing up and teaching a good lesson. We care about them, we think about them night and day.
Teaching is about interacting with people and relationships with people.
I'd rather be known as a great teacher instead of a hero.